Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today update channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Katie pays the price for ultimate betrayal. Brooke plans Logan's complete destruction? By Heather Hughes on comments, post a comment. Related, The Bold and the Beautiful, television, spoilers, soap opera. 13. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Katie pays the price for ultimate betrayal. Brooke plans Logan's complete destruction? According to teasers on The Bold and the Beautiful, Brooke Logan Forrester might decide she's had enough of Katie Logan Spencer playing her games. It could be time for Brooke to engage in a risky game of her own, one that she is adamant about winning. Katie's relationship with Brooke has been troubled ever since Bill Spencer gifted her this fashion house. Despite all the tension between them, Brooke has continuously maintained that she is supporting Katie and her achievements. When Brooke learns that Katie has gone too far and made things personal, that might change. According to BMB teasers, Brooke believes that Katie's choice to hire Hope Logan Spencer will be her greatest betrayal to date. Naturally, Katie will stand up for herself as someone who actually cares about Hope's future and career. Logan benefited from hiring Hope, but Katie will remind out that Hope benefited as well because she is no longer at Steffy Forrester Finnegan's mercy. That is not how Brooke will view it, and she will unavoidably lose her temper with Katie for misleading Hope. Brooke will undoubtedly claim that Katie took advantage of Hope while she was weak and frustrated over Hope for the future's uncertain future. Although Brooke will be upset with Hope as well, she will continue to hold Katie accountable for giving Hope this contract and setting the stage for more family strife. Brooke may claim that she is done treating Katie like a child because this should definitely be the last straw for her. Brooke can make it apparent that she is no longer supporting Katie's achievement at all once she is furious over the whole Hope incident. Although Brooke may claim that she never believed Katie's fashion firm would succeed in the first place, she may now actively seek to ensure its failure. We can definitely see Brooke using sabotage techniques and doing everything in her power to ensure that Katie's fashion firm fails miserably. This could be Brooke's opportunity to get revenge on Hope and Katie for their shared betrayal. Keep an eye out to see whether Brooke will plot complete devastation because spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful indicate that Logan may receive unsettling news if she has anything to say about it. Return soon for additional BMB details, as CDL will have all the amazing spoilers and news you're searching for. Spencer is forced to make a decision by the dollar bill. Next week's Bold and the Beautiful teaser features Dollar Bill Spencer yelling at his son, telling him not to worry about his girlfriend, and cautioning Will Spencer Jr. that this is business. The Logan and Forrester families will both debut their new collections next week, and when Hope Logan is announced as Katie Spencer's new curator, the claws will come out. A conflict is about to break out in Los Angeles after House of Logan defeats Forrester Creations and releases their new collection first next week. When Brooke Logan finds out that her younger sister Katie Spencer stole her own daughter, heads will turn. Spoilers for Bold and Beautiful indicate that this summer, the families will start acting dishonestly, making the conflict worse. The revelation of Hope Diamond by Bill Spencer will complicate matters. This summer, House of Logan will genuinely compete with FC. Dollar Bill cannot afford to have anyone acting ambivalent or doubting their allegiance. Elektra has already attempted to obtain company secrets from her boyfriend. Bill won't think twice about telling Will Spencer to end their relationship if he believes it could be detrimental to his business. However, Will appears to be quite committed to Elektra, so it could blow up in his face. Hope's baby is stolen by petty Steffy. Steffy Forrester eventually gave in and consented to relaunch Hope for the Future this week on BNB. The sole issue is that Hope has already begun a new line named after herself and signed a deal at House of Logan. The Forrester will eventually discover the truth and discover that Hope is not returning. Launching Hope for the Future without Hope is the perfect way to get even with her. In the end, HFTF may have been Hope's creation, but it is officially owned by the Forrester family. Hope's new line at House of Logan will be their rival if Steffy proceeds with Hope for the Future. At Katie Spencer's company, Hope's new line can only succeed if she outperforms the competition, her other line. With Steffy Forrester leading the company and serving as Ridge Forrester's co-CEO, Hope has struggled throughout the years to keep HFTF afloat. Stealing HFTF from Hope is the ideal way for Steffi to ruin her life after she jumps ship. By elevating Zend to lead designer, BNB appears to be closing the door on Thomas. Zend has been a team player at Forrester Creations, even though he hasn't exactly been patiently awaiting HFTF's return. He has had to swallow his pride several times while working at his family's fashion firm. He attempted to ignore Steffi's decision to halt HFTF's production right after the collection was finished. Zend has always been there for his family, even if it means paying a price. It's his moment to shine now. It takes more than just faith for him to be promoted to lead designer over Thomas. Zend's loved ones have given him the morale boost he needs. It will undoubtedly have a significant impact on him to see that his efforts have been recognized and appreciated. Although Thomas's displacement at FC is regrettable, it was inevitable. Hope discussed how challenging it was to manage schedules in order to successfully create the new collection. She and Zend were proud of their ability to overcome having a team member in a different time zone and on a different continent. After all of their effort, Steffi's decision to end it hurt even more. Steffi seemed to have taken the note, nevertheless. The company does not use remote design. The Forrester is in a difficult situation because Thomas lives in Paris and has no desire to return to Los Angeles. They either let Thomas go and allow Zend take charge, or they keep trying to incorporate him. Since then, Matthew Atkinson has portrayed Thomas. He was last seen on BNB. When Forrester chose not to extend Deke's contract, he made a brief comeback. Instead, Zend and Thomas were paired as co-lead designers by Steffi and Ridge to create the new collection for HFTF. The fashion house was running behind schedule since none of Deke's designs were deemed production-ready at the moment. They believed that two seasoned pros who were also Forresters would be a better fit. Thomas affirmed that he would work from Paris but would visit as needed. This seemed to indicate to the audience that we would see him intermittently. That is not the case. Since the cousins took over HFTF 6 months ago, Atkinson has not shown up. He doesn't appear to have a recurring part and isn't signed as a series regular. Zend has the aptitude, expertise, and experience to manage a line independently, so they have chosen the latter. However, if Forrester doesn't rename HFTF after learning that Hope has joined Logan, he could have to create a new one. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. For unfinished love stories, these stunning couples still have hope. By Heather Hughes on comments, post a comment. Related, The Bold and the Beautiful, television, spoilers, soap opera. 13. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, for love stories that still have hope. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful suggest that several romance plots have been shortened or altered, but that doesn't mean they won't resurface. Let's discuss which BNB characters might experience romantic twists in the future because there is still potential for at least 4 love stories to resume. 1. Dylan and Will. Melissa Dillon and Will Spencer are the first. Since Electra Forrester chose to give her friendship with Dylan another chance, Dylan has been making an effort to respect the limits of Will's relationship with Electra. Since Dylan is now Electra's assistant, these women are also collaborating closely on the jewelry line. It's simple to see how all of this will eventually lead to more betrayals. Because of his position at Logan, Will has some significant secrets that could blow out in his face and cause problems with Electra. As Will struggles to maintain his connection with Electra, will Dylan and Will rekindle their bond? Depending on how things work out, Will and Dylan might have another chance to pursue their romance. 2. Electra and RJ. Electra might end up back in RJ Forrester's circle once their romantic boat is rocked. It's possible that their relationship would rekindle since RJ might hurry to console Electra. RJ still yearns for Electra despite his efforts to move on with Dylan, and he might find himself seizing the opportunity to win her over. 3. Sheila and Deacon. It's possible that Deacon Sharp and Sheila Carter's relationship isn't really over. Sheila recently stated that she at least wanted to remain Deacon's friend, and she has acknowledged that she doesn't want this divorce. Naturally, Sheila is also delaying signing the divorce papers because she wants to see John Finnegan and Hayes Finnegan for 2 days each month. Sheila might exploit her demand for Deacon's friendship to entice him back, even if Taylor Hayes persuades Steffi Forrester Finnegan to consent and the divorce proceeds. Sheila will always hold a special place in Deacon's heart, so it's feasible that they will fall in love again, particularly if trouble breaks out in his relationship with Taylor. Given her history, a cunning Sheila could definitely cause that drama. 4. Remy and Deke. Lastly, Remy Price, Christian Weissman, and Deke Sharp, Harrison Cohn, are determined to start over. Although Deke has been opposing Remy's attempts to reconcile, Remy might finally wear him down and start a tumultuous next chapter. Because of Remy's bad past, if Deke eventually acknowledges that his ex has changed and provides him a new beginning, he might lead to a lot of problems. Keep an eye out for more romantic news and unexpected surprises, since spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful indicate that these 4 love tales might not be finished. Make CDL your go-to source for Bold and the Beautiful spoilers and news, because we'll have it all. Sheila presses Taylor, Hope is exposed, and Elektra blows up. Let's begin with Sheila, who shocked Taylor and Deacon Sharp with her recent reappearance. The wife believes she should receive something in return and has yet to sign the divorce papers. This required directing Taylor to arrange for Sheila to have supervised visits with Hayes Forrester Finnegan and John Finn Finnegan. Sheila may be wondering why there hasn't been any footage of Taylor speaking to Steffi. Although Taylor is aware of what she promised Sheila, carrying it out might be another matter. First of all, how will Taylor tell Steffi Forrester Finnegan about her arrangement with Sheila? According to spoilers for this week's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, Hope might eventually be revealed as Katie's true designer. Deke is designing at Logan as well, but Hope is in charge of him. The Forrester family will be appalled when the truth is revealed. It would be simple to picture Steffi pledging that Katie and Hope would cover the costs. But Katie might tell the Forrester family that she just picked up their trash. Elektra Forrester, on the other hand, could be furious with Will Spencer for concealing this information from her. Will may claim that he was sworn to silence by his parents, but where does devotion end? Will and Elektra may become estranged as a result of this, I wonder. What does that imply for RJ Forrester and Melissa Dillon, if that is the case? Even though RJ and Dillon have moved on, I'm still not sure if this is for the best reasons. Keep an eye out, since RJ will immediately return to Elektra's side the moment she becomes perplexed. The fashion design wars are led by Deke and Zend. Viewers of B&B received some disheartening news. According to Zend, he has been working on Hope for the Future's relaunch. At last, he felt like he was in his element. Zend feels at home, even though he loved working on the couture line. They never doubted Zend's talent, Steffi reassured him. They had to shift their attention from couture to HFTF when the moment was appropriate. Although Thomas had previously returned his position in his family's business, Ridge admitted that he was a talented designer but that he is no longer employed at Forrester Creations. They therefore wished to choose Zend as Hope for the Future's primary designer. Zend expressed his eagerness to collaborate with Hope once more. Brooke arrived at Logan in the meantime and demanded to know the identity of their new designer. Hope slipped out from behind the screen and dashed inside Deke's design office. Since Brooke couldn't tell it was her, she sent him into the office right away. Deke was instructed by Hope to identify himself as Logan's new designer. When Brooke learned, she described Deke as an interesting option and expressed confusion. Nevertheless, she thought Katie was exploiting Forrester Creations. Their couture collection was ready to launch. Katie seemed to be taking advantage of their moment, according to Brooke. Brooke wasn't upset at Deke. He is young and inexperienced, she pointed out. She wished him well in his new position. Brooke was reassured by Katie that Deke didn't require any luck. He had the support of an entire organization. Brooke told Katie before she departed that Hope will return soon and that FC was operating at full capacity. Brooke urged Katie to approach this scenario with realism. She was positive that Logan's moment would be stolen by Forrester. Hope had been worried about her audacious move for weeks. She was concerned about her mother's opinion of her. Does that imply that she will change her mind, return to Forrester, and collaborate with Zend? But since Hope is prepared to face both the Forrester and her mother, it appears that Deke will prevail in this fashion battle. Despite his lack of experience, he will be recognized for creating his sister's new line. Which designer, in your opinion, is superior? A legal dispute may be developing in the meanwhile. Forrester and Logan may file a lawsuit in this conflict, claiming intellectual property rights and ownership of Hope's creations. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Liam's startling news, Will hides Diamond's secret. By Heather Hughes on comments, post a comment. Related, television, spoilers, soap operas, hot news, and The Bold and the Beautiful. 70. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Will hides Diamond's secret, Liam's startling news. According to teasers on The Bold and the Beautiful, Liam Spencer will learn something unexpected. There will be a lot going on before Logan's launch, since Will Spencer will also have to withhold something else from Electra Forrester. Fans of B&B are aware that Will is already keeping Hope Logan Spencer's position at Logan a secret from Electra. Katie Logan Spencer and Bill Spencer rely on Will to keep his mouth shut even if he dislikes keeping secrets. But Will just learned about the jewelry line that Shauna Fulton and Wyatt Spencer are developing. Will is now concerned about Electra's response, but his situation will worsen in the next episode. This is because Will learn that Hope's impending appearance will include the Hope for the future diamond. Bill and Katie intend to promote Hope's line by taking advantage of the pricey and well-known jewel, but they will make Will remain silent. Electra may soon confess to Will that she wishes she had something like the Hope for the future diamond to serve as the focal point of the jewelry collection she is creating. Electra has started talking about it out of the blue. Will may find it difficult to keep quiet about all the surprises that Logan is planning, but it appears that he will stick with Katie and Bill as they prepare for Hope's big event. Liam will receive some startling news in the meanwhile. Hope dispatched Deke Sharp to Katie's office to divert her mother's attention after becoming alarmed by Brooke Logan Forrester's visit to Logan and all the questions she was posing. Brooke believes Deke is the secret designer and isn't concerned because of his lack of fashion industry experience, but she is unaware that he has been entrusted with realizing Hope's vision. Liam will unavoidably learn what transpired and be curious about Hope's thoughts on the matter. Hope's deceit is growing and her guilt is getting deeper because she had to act as though she didn't know about Deke's new position when Brooke called. Liam and Hope are about to experience some unpleasantness, so Brooke may discuss Deke's position with them both and leave them wriggling while they continue to conceal Hope's involvement in all of this. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Brooke will suffer as a result of Hope's deceit in the upcoming episodes. Make CDL your go-to source for all the exciting Bold and the Beautiful news and spoilers. Hope for Logan's future grows as Katie takes a significant risk. When Brooke Logan Forrester found out about Logan's apparent new designer, Deke Sharp, her rage significantly subsided, and the audience knew that a thunderbolt would soon follow. It was viewed as a cheap move for Logan to announce its next line the day before Eric Forrester returns to the company he co-founded, Forrester Creations. Everyone at the House of Forrester had no idea how shocking Hope Logan Spencer would be. Compared to when she hired Eric to head her first line, Katie is taking a bigger risk. In that case, he went after her despite Brooke's insistence that he was being duped. However, Katie's desire to stab her eldest sister in the heart drove Hope away. No, Eric won't be the most well-known figure in the fashion industry this week. That's not what him and FC thought would happen. The issue that Eric, Ridge, Brooke, and Steffi Forrester Finnegan are dealing with is still the same. All of them are underestimating Logan's chances of winning. This is a conflict rather than a family dispute over one of the numerous annoying issues that the Forrester, Logans, or Spencer have had to deal with over the years. If Eric's line doesn't work out as planned, FC's very survival will soon be questioned. The Forresters believed they were ready for a significant comeback. That made sense because the industry would inevitably be buzzing about Eric's return. His Logan line received widespread praise and helped the startup make a name for itself in a fiercely competitive industry. FC felt that making significant financial investments in Eric's couture line was essential and would result in the anticipated return. However, Logan's shocking revelation that Hope is its most recent defector would significantly undermine the expected response to Eric's most recent ideas. Furthermore, FC is unsure of the reaction to his work. Furthermore, Zend Forrester Dominguez was just promoted to lead designer for Hope for the Future. Viewers are aware that won't occur. He will therefore be devastated and possibly disillusioned as well. According to Brooke and FC's upper management, Deke lacks experience. However, his sister is the visionary, not him. There will be a commotion following Hope's acquisition and the surprise of seeing her at Logan's second fashion event. FC will have to spend time responding to the news and will be back on its stilettos. Eric and his family will have to respond to Logan throughout FC's event, rather than Eric and his work being the natural focus. Katie made a costly move by revealing her second line one day ahead of schedule.